What is going down, guys? It's Justin here with MLRC and Koa. And it's time. It's time. We're going to give it a backyard shakedown run with a 4S pack. Make sure we don't have any major malfunctions before she gets her first official send tomorrow. So yeah, long overdue. A little bit drawn out. I apologize for that, guys. It wasn't my intention. Shout out to Randy over at East Tactics for putting on the jump challenges. I would not have been able to pull off this build the way that I did if it wasn't for all the sponsors involved. We're going to run it on a 6000 100C Ovonic 4S pack. Pop the top there real quick. We got a Hyperflow fan setup on a Max6 G2 combo with the 1650 motor. We got a 2200 3S Huvo pack that's going to be powering that Hyperflow setup. Pyro Nitro was one of the other sponsors. There was these fan covers, Garage Life RC, all the 3D printed parts. That's what I chose to do with my winnings from him. I got some shock top protectors, mud guards, lug covers, and yeah, M2C, full M2C Beefcake build. M2C front and rear shock towers, front and rear chassis to tower braces, A, B, C, and D blocks, shock caps and piston setup, as well as standoffs. Flip her over real quick. I made a chassis protector with some reflective tape that I had. Not quite the neon green, but I just wanted to give it a quick mow over for everyone to see. I appreciate everybody who's been following along with the build. I greatly appreciate everyone's input, and I needed everyone's help. Very happy with the build. Just real quick before we get this battery put in, I know I'm probably going to get torched for the wheels and tires, but you know what? I like the way it looks, and I figured it's not going to change the way that they function at all. So, quick backstory. Here's the inspiration. I have these small neon green tires. I was going to try to mod them on as the wheelie bar tires, and then I thought, no, and slept on it and was debating if I really wanted to do it or not, and then woke up with the crazy idea, well, you know what, let's take some fluorescent neon green paint and do a splatter kind of design on these wheels and tires. So I had them all lined up. I had a brand new paintbrush. I was soaking the end of it in this fluorescent neon paint. And I was, splattering away. Obviously not with the wheels and tires on the car, but I was splattering away. I was doing 2 at a time. And the first pair were turning out great. Got to the second pair, started, everything was going fine. Got too dang close and smacked one of them with the brush. So all of a sudden there's this big brush mark on one. So I thought, heck, what do I do now? And I attempted to make the other ones look the same, and it ended up just looking like crap. So what was supposed to be just a fluorescent neon green splatter job on black tires ended up me spray painting the whole dang things. I did, however, I put on a thick layer on the wheel part and the outer, and I tried to fade it in as you get into the inside of them. There is no paint on the inside. Like I was saying, I didn't feel that it was going to change the functionality of them at all, and I liked the way that it looked. So if anything, I'll do a burnout on the pavement. It'll knock the paint off of the nubs. That might give it a cool look. But we'll see. We'll see how many runs before they really start looking like crap. But at least for the first couple runs, It'll make for some killer videos. I like the way they look. I like the way they turned out. And as I said, I'm probably going to get torched for doing it, but I wanted the build to be unique, and as unique as it already was with the color combo that I was doing and being a chassis up build, I felt doing the wheels and tires like this just kind of set it over the top. Super excited to show you guys this. I soldered on some XT90 connectors. I have no intention of ever running it on 8S, so these connectors will be fine on 6S. But today for the shakedown run, we're going to run it on 4S pack. A couple things I forgot real quick before we start this shakedown run. I was mentioning how I wouldn't have been able to do a build like this without the sponsors involved, and there's so much truth to that. I already had the Max6 G2 combo set up laying around. My goal was to try and keep the build as cheap as possible. The way the contest being randomly chosen for the contest, most of the build cost was already going to be there. So my main objective was to keep the cost of the build down. So I didn't, go all out and get a perfect pass servo and upgrade the links and everything. I kept everything as stock as possible, other than what was already going to be provided by M2C and other stuff that I had got. So we got stock bulkheads, stock links, stock arms, stock hubs. The servo in there is just an Amazon special. The blue one, I believe it's Feetech. If that's how you pronounce it correctly. It's a 35 kg. I've had a lot of good luck with them, so those are my budget servos. I usually try to keep a couple of those on hand just as backups. But I thought, why not throw one in here and test it out. Just got the battery slapped in. Running smooth. Sounds good. Did the firmware update. I'll double check, but I believe I got my punch setting at 3. Turned it way down and turned my brakes way down, I believe, also. Whatever the setting is, right under 50%. I think it's 37.5. So some settings I'm sure will be adjusted as we work into a 6S pack, but for now, that's what we got it set at. First time being outside, first time being on the ground. I like it. Try to get a couple bigger jumps, and then before this battery gets too much lower, I want to throw the GPS on it and see what speed we can get down the alley right here on 4S. Seems to be landing soft with that M2C piston shock cap setup. I really like them. Yeah, you do, Cole, huh? She said she does too. So far, so good with the tires. They are starting to crack a little bit. But I don't mind the way that it looks. Oh, I already know with the power being put to them, these tires ain't going to hold up very long as it is. So I'm not expecting the paint to stay on there. I'm just more than anything curious how it's going to look after a few runs on 6S. But on that note, one thing I'd like to remind everyone, subscribe. Overlooking the analytics last week, over 90% of our viewers aren't subscribed, so I would greatly appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button. And we're gonna It's the first time using this, so bear with me here. I'm gonna do it from the tablet since I'm obviously recording from my phone, as you can see it in my reflection. Let's just leave it here. Now this isn't the longest stretch or the widest, and it kind of funnels in towards the middle, but let's see. Hope my angle's right. I like where I have my brakes set at. So we're running a 20-tooth pinion with stock 50-tooth spur gear. Let's go see what speed we just hit with the 4S pack. Our first little test rip. Oh yeah, that looks cool. I was hoping it would look something like that once the paint is worn off the nubs. It might give it a really cool effect. Anyhow, let's go check this speed out. Gear mesh, everything sounds good in the drivetrain. Sounds like it's running smooth. Now I do know you got to have the car back by you or by wherever your device is. End and read 47. We hit 47 in that little stretch on 4S. I'm not mad at that at all. Big near 50 miles an hour. I can dig it. All right. I'm gonna run the rest of this battery out and call it a test. I don't want to jinx myself, but as of right now, it seems like the shakedown run has went good. Oh! Oh! Yeah, get out of there. Get out of the bush, man. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, finally hit LVC. Finally hit LVC. Right on. Well, not a bad shakedown run. It did all right. Drivetrain held together. One of my main concerns is, did we get the shims right? Did we get everything right? Well, I guess we won't know until we get it on 6S and we really start sending it. So that footage should be coming up soon. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for following along with this build. It's been a blast. Hopefully many, many more to come. All right, guys. It's officially the day. We're gonna get the M2C Beefcake build out. It's about to get dirty. I didn't want to drag down my big ramp just in case a wheel fell off or something and I couldn't load it back up by myself. So I'm glad I brought these other jumps. I couldn't bring Koa with me because there's far too many things she could step on and hurt her paw. So she's a little mad at me because she definitely wants to chase the cars. All right, so just a quick rundown on this guy here. We got the Kagama 6S. This started life as a roller. It was the blue body roller. I got it at its release or shortly after. Threw some electronics in it. The ESC is an older version of the Torox, so it doesn't have the cat packs on the battery cable leads as well as on the unit. It only has it on the unit, so it does tend to heat up. So I threw a Hyperflow fan setup, helping that out a bit. I've got just a regular rocket fan with the heatsink on the motor. Other than that, it's stock electronics. Another Amazon special servo, nothing special in there. See how long it lasts. I did recently just throw the ADU steering rack on there, the Eckerman plate, or whatever it is, the steering thing. We got that on there, and it has M2C shock towers front and rear. Other than that, it's got some copper heads on it, and I did some customization recently after I went through and did some maintenance on it. Just wanted to give it a little bit of a facelift, and yeah, I like how it turned out. Bit of a mixture of colors. Well, wish me luck. Fingers crossed. No breakages. All right, so we got the battery in, powered on. I forgot how loud the Hyperflow fan setup is. Sounds like a turbine. Oh yeah, it's gonna be dusty. Super dusty. Gonna get a couple small ones in and make sure my angle's all right. One more real quick. Oh, super dusty. All right, one more. We gotta get one more. We got stock electronics as well as stock gearing in this, but these wheels and tires are a little bit smaller than stock, so losing a little bit there, but oh man, yeah, it's gonna get super dusty right here. Oh, we might make this a quick trip. All right, well, let's get out of here. This is too dusty. Oh, yeah, way too dusty. And I think this topsoil still has overgrow whatnots in it, so might get kicked out of here soon anyways. So dusty. I don't want to even drive the new one right here. Get a bit of a different angle. Make sure my angle's right. Oh man, that's horrible. Wing off, way down there. Now I gotta walk. Should have just quit on a good note, huh? Dang it. All right, we're powered back up. We're at a different location. I tried to go to another park that was close to where I was at. That place where I was at was far too dusty. Usually I don't mind a little bit of dirt, but it's got to be a little bit hard packed, somewhat at least. Not ash. The dust at that place was bad. Stopped by the shop real quick, used the air compressor, blew it off. There's still drill heads and stuff in there. It was super bad. That was a big mistake. I shouldn't have ran there. Got the GNSS on there. We got it. Tracking. We're running 2 CNHL 3S packs. They're 5,000s and 70C, I believe. Let's see what kind of speed we can get. Yeah, I had a feeling my angle at that first location was messed up, and sure enough, it was pretty messed up. So, try to do better this time. We got the GPS in there. First time really using it. Oh shoot, the body's not going to go on with it right there. Oh well, we're not bashing it like that. We're just going to do a quick speed rip. Oh, let's put the front clips in. During the shakedown run yesterday on 4S, we used it for the first time. But this will be the first official full power. And this is a different vehicle also. 6S, stock setup, stock gearing. All right, see what kind of speed we get. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 quick passes as I want to save some battery for bashing. Oh shit. Make sure this camera's alright. Usually they have this gate open here, and there's a little bit longer of a stretch down there, but I think I'm gonna run out of room pretty quick doing it right here. But let's see what it does. Bring it back. Oh, fuck, man. Ah, shit. That was stupid. Absolutely stupid. Guess I'll learn my lesson one way. Wasn't paying attention. Smacked right into this freaking concrete. Hopefully all I did was break an arm. Looks like that's all we did. Well, that insert's a little bit buckled, so who knows. Hopefully we didn't bend nothing. Alright, well, we got that one little test rip. See what speed we got. That's frustrating. It's one thing to break it, losing control, running into a pole or something, or trying to do a triple backflip or something stupid. One thing to break it like that, but yeah, break it by not paying attention and smack right into a concrete barrier. Anyways, we'll end it. Read it. What did we get? 58. 58 in that little run. I know there's at least 60, 65 in it.
I could barely get it full throttle before I ran out of room. Oh, anyhow, I think I'm gonna maybe skip the on-road speed test with the new build over there, and we're just gonna do an off-road one right here to hopefully save it from catastrophe like that. We'll get the big ramp out. That's what I really want to do with it. Dang it. It's frustrating. 12 satellites showing on there. That's a little better. Tracking. Don't hit the pole. Not paying attention again. All right, yes, it's tracking. All right, we're running a stock center diff, so it has a 52 spur gear, if I'm not mistaken. Running two CNHL 6070C packs, I believe. I'll double check that's still tracking. I'm still tracking. All right. Hopefully my angle's good. Koa, how we looking? Huh? How we looking? The angle good? Yeah? All right. You don't get brave and jump out now. You got to stay there. One last check. Still connected. Yep, still connected. All right. Gonna do one or two quick passes. I want to save some batteries for bashing, and I don't want to have an accident and break it before I get to have any fun. Have any real fun, that is. So here we go. Oh, whoa. That felt like maybe a quarter throttle. Maybe half throttle. Half throttle, it pops up. All right, we're gonna do one more quick pass. See if I can't keep it down. I got a lot of room. I'll ease into it. I'm not new to driving fast. I'm just new to speed running, I guess you could say. I'm new to knowing that I'm trying to hit a top speed here in the amount of room that I have. All right, nothing out there. Yeah, that front end just comes up, boy. Woo, she's quick though. She's super quick. Whoa, buddy, whoa, buddy. Forgot I got my brakes set so low. All right, one more, and we'll get a motor temp real quick, and we'll see what kind of speed we got on it. I can't get, seems like a quarter throttle, half throttle, and I run out of room for that rear end lifting up. And these are definitely not speed run tires. All right, let's bring it in before something happens. Let's bring it in before something happens, Uncle. What do you say? What kind of speed do you think we got, Koa? Koa girl, how fast do you think we went? Oh yeah? Me too. Are you kidding me? Did I not do it right? I didn't hit start. Are you kidding me right now? How come it's not? All right, 1 second. Be right back. All right, well, duh. Gotta hit track. Start. Now it's track. No one is working right. The tab says end on it. All right, let's try that one more time. We're just gonna do one quick one now, since I didn't have the thing running the entire time. All right, I think the angle's good. Tracking. Tracking. All right. Do it again, Koa. Start from this end over this way. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. All right, one more pass. Oh, man. Got to be doing 60, 65 at least. Half throttle. All right, let's see what that did there. Let's see what we did, Koa. How fast do you think we went, Koa? And you also know when it tracked it because there's a little red dot over there. Just realized that. Read, we do 59. Are you kidding me? Felt faster than that. I know it's got way more in it than that. We got to get some actual speed run tires on it and see what this gearing with this combo will do. But anyhow, 60 mile an hour. Off-road. I'm not mad at it. We hit what? We hit 47, if I remember right, yesterday on 4S. So to hit near 60 on 6S, I can dig it. And like I said, I was maybe half throttle at one point. As soon as I get past a certain point, no matter what, it lifts up. Front end lifts right up. So gonna have to get a different kind of wheelie bar set up and definitely get some different speed run type tires. Easy swap in and out setup to do this a little bit more officially. But I like being able to know my speeds and get it set up to check my heights, hopefully at some point during this session if I don't brake too quick. It's been a while since I hit the big ramp, so bear with me if I'm a little rusty at first. Good times. Koa, good times. She said, yeah, Dad, you broke the first car without even doing anything. I know. All right, well, be right back. You see that dog? Oh. Are you talking? Yeah, she sees a dog, but she's too afraid to jump out of the back. Well, you got to stay here. Don't be getting no ideas. I'm gonna shut this. All right, be right back. Sit the dog. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, hopefully my angle's not jacked again. This ramp likes to buck you. See? It definitely bucked me. I'm not going to have very much wheel speed. I just remember I have the punch down to 3. I may be turning that up because it just bucked me right there and I couldn't really correct it. Oh. Pretty big landing. Yeah, there's a little bounce, but I'm really liking the MPC shock setup there. It's pretty badass in my opinion. Oof. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Let's get one more good one in and oh. I just heard the ESC thing kick off. that was on. I'm curious about temps. You gotta watch till the end of the video though to know why. Doing a little bit of an experiment. Alright, I think my angle's good. Seemed good last time. Just send it, huh? Just send it. We'll get on this side. Oh! Oh! I haven't really punched it while it's in the air. See the actual wheel speed with the punch set where I have it. So let's try right here. I'll give it a little bit more juice while it's in the air and see how it rotates. Oh, well, definitely has wheel speed. Wants to blow the tires out. Thinking that horrible sound was the body's rubbing on the, or the tires rubbing on the body. Super, super ballooning. Super ballooning. So maybe we won't full throttle while we're in the air again, unless we absolutely have to. I don't know what that was. Was that a double? Once I heard that noise, I was kind of lost track of what I was paying attention to. I think that was a double. Well, it's got wheel speed. I don't necessarily mind it. Punch level 3. Whew, hitting hard. Oh, yeah. I didn't do my prep again, so these are falling off. Next time I bring it out, I'll have that done and they won't fall off. Do one more and then go check the, go turn the GPS on so we can see how high we're getting. Got to be 20, 30 feet. Nice. Ah, it sounds so violent when it hits the ground. Oh, did I already lose a body post? Oh no! Oh yeah, that one's bent up. Oh man. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, so let's take this off real quick. Instead of waiting, let's just, oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that out. No way I'm going to be able to get that out. I gotta bend it. Dang it, I don't have a thing of pliers. So maybe maybe no more GPS. We'll save the height test for next time. Let's just run these batteries out. Let's hit this ramp really good and run these batteries out without breaking anything, even though we already broke a body post. I had them all the way up. I had to, due to where everything was sitting. I needed the body as high as possible. If you guys wouldn't mind doing so, please drop some comments. If you guys got any suggestions on different body mounts, stronger body mounts, getting ready to just makeshift my own out of something. It's not necessarily the mount itself, it's the post that I usually have issues with. We'll see how long that other one stays on. And if it busts off, we're going to be finishing the session without a body. Anyhow, back to the ramp. At some point, I'll just have to reach inside and feel the temperature on the motor. I'm not going to be able to take that body off until I get back. And I have the right tool to do so. That body pin just bent. Got stuck in there now. Anyways, see what she does. We hit a couple backflips. I think we hit a double. I don't think I want to attempt a front flip yet. It's usually a wing killer. Oh, yep, lost the other body. All right, dang it. Kind of knew it was going to happen. In my mind, I had a feeling it was going to happen. Yeah, it's just snapping them right off, right out of the thing because it's so high up. The rears are fine. All that force when it hits in front. Oh well, we'll finish the session up without a body. Maybe it won't sound so violent when it hits. After a couple more jumps, I probably should give it a quick look through. Make sure nothing's rattling loose. Oh, oh, oh. Shaved the ramp. Something came flying off. What was that? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, hold on. Seems good. Now I can feel the motor. Oh, there's definitely some temperature there. Let's get this fan on. It's warmer than I'd like it to be for sure. Oh no, hopefully that didn't get caught in my fucking spur gear. I gotta figure out something better. I knew this wire management may be an issue. Alright. There we go. Oh no! The power button. Dang it! Is it gonna stay up here if I put it here? Probably not. It's probably a horrible idea. I'm gonna do a small jump, see if that button stays there. Nope. Alright. We're gonna get the button. Let me turn that off so you can hear me. Let me figure out a location for this button real quick and be right back. Alright, yeah, definitely gonna have to figure out a different location. I knew I had it in a bad spot. It just rattled loose. Put it there for now. Hopefully it'll make it through the rest of this bash. Don't need this on there. I'm not gonna test height out, so we'll try that next time. Okay. Let's turn that fan back on. All right. That button gonna stay there? Looks like it. Oh. Get one more good one and check temps real quick. Whew. As I go for another one. Oh. Oh. I was at a point of no return and thought, well, hit the brakes, maybe it'll fronty. But that wasn't a very bad landing at all. Lucked out. Oh, we did pull the hyperflow fan setup. No. Alright, let's stop this. We'll be right back. Keep having issues with stuff unplugging. But shakedown run, right? First official shakedown run. You get that fan to stay on. You definitely know when it's on because it's so loud. Highly, highly recommended if you've never used a hyperflow fan setup. You're thinking about getting one. Definitely worth the money. He does great work. Whew. That was gnarly. Oh, those 6S wings don't like being landed on. So we'll see how that RPM wing mount holds up. Oh yeah, that's another ask I had for you guys. If you wouldn't mind dropping in the comments, what wing mount and wheelie bar setup have you got to stay on your Kagama if you have one? I've tried a couple different, maybe a few different, and I just don't know. Is the limited edition wing mount different from the regular Kagama wing mount? So yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind dropping that in the comments if you know, please. I would appreciate it. Granted, it was a pretty bad landing, but I lost mine again today really quick. This RPM one on this Kraton here seems like it's going to hold up good though. As for the wing, I don't know. As I said, it was a 6S Typhon wing. Bucked me. Ah, that was nice. That was nice. Oh yeah, that wasn't nice. Too much juice. And not super hot out, but you gotta watch till the end, and I'll tell you why. It's not a huge secret. I'm just trying something out. I'll give you a hint. Trying something out with the diffs. Everybody has so many issues with the Kraton 6S diffs. So I went a different route. Doing a little experimenting. I got brave earlier to do a front flip with no body on it. Dang it. Getting that piece of grass out of the power button right now just reminded me of that. I just want to drive it though, you know, and that's how I drive. I love doing front flips. Oh, and she likes to do them. She likes to do them easily at that. Very, very nice throttle control in the air. Super pleased with that. Yeah, buddy. It's running super smooth. I like this setup. Oh, clip. No. Oh no. What happened? Oh, landing on its top side, it turned it off. I thought it was still on because of how loud that fan is. I always forget these ESCs, the fan don't kick on unless it needs to. My indication if my batteries come unplugged normally, or if something like the power button gets hit and shuts the car off, normally my indication is I can't hear a fan. I got to get used to running the Max 6 combo the way that these ESCs are set up, and that fan kicking on automatically. Oh, I don't feel good with this button being right here like this. Oh man. Alright, let's try to fix this again one more time. Hopefully we get through these batteries sooner than later. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Wind's starting to pick up. I swear, one thing after another. I gotta keep reminding myself that this is the first official shakedown run, and it's a new build, because it is starting to become a little bit frustrating. Oh man. Button all right there. Dang it, ain't gonna last long. Whoa. Whoa. Ooh, quick hit of the brakes. Flip that front end around. Ay, ay, ay. That's how you break something. Shave the ramp. Oh, LVC. Glad it didn't happen in the air. Or no, no LVC. Oh yeah, must have. And now it's dead. LVC, we made it through full battery packs, man. All right. Turn this fan off here so you can hear me. Super stoked, man. Nothing too catastrophic. Couple body posts, body mount posts. Other than that, though, did good. We had a couple bad spills, but nothing too bad. Everything held up good. Ran great. All right. Cole's probably ticked off at me. take her for a little bit of a walk and get loaded up, get this back to the bench as well as the Kagama, and give a damage report. Stay tuned. All right, guys, we got it back on the bench. We'll go over it real quick. We had no major breakages. Only issue I did have were the body posts not holding up in the front due to how long I had to have them extended out. The clearance I needed. As I kind of mentioned at the end of one of the clips, if anyone has any suggestions, please drop a comment. It would be appreciated. My main concern was the drivetrain. As I was hinting in one of the clips, you had to watch till the end of the video. I was experimenting with something. So I'll just go ahead and let that be known now. Now I'm sure somebody else has probably already done so. Well, let's give it a shot. Let's try it. So due to all the issues that people were having with the normal 6S Kraton diffs, well, that being the main reason, all the issues, I didn't want to complete this build, use those diffs, and then have the same issue as everybody else. So I thought about maybe doing something aftermarket, and then everything was pretty spendy. And as I was saying earlier in the video, one of my main goals and objectives for this build were to keep the cost a bit low, due to most of the cost already being covered from content. So, well, had next to no issues with either one of my 6S Titans as far as the diffs, and I've absolutely blasted my Titans. Now, I have had some synergy with definite front order. So not only that, those different Kraton, but also prices trying to keep the cost of build down as well as not only the same Kraton 6S differential problems that everybody recognizes. Just having different models. They are geared a little bit differently, but I figured experiment I was doing and the information I was saving at the end of the video. Noticed Python 6S differential in the front and the rear. It warmed up probably more than it would have if it had Kraton 6S diffs in there as well. I also have a 22 pinion on the motor, so there's a couple different ways we can go with it to try to keep those temperatures down. Once we get into the heat of summer here in Moses, we average nothing too crazy, but it needless to say, it gets pretty warm out. And I know that's hard on our vehicles. So with this Hyperflow fan setup, right gear ratio, fingers crossed those diffs continue to hold up a couple more bashes. I figured I'd do one more pretty heavy bash with them, and then we'll go ahead and take one out and see if my shimming is holding up or if it loosened at all. But yeah, guys, sorry to draw out this video. Wanted to give a quick rundown. We had no major breakages, just these body posts. My battery for the Hyperflow fan setup stayed in place. I do have some padding underneath there, so it's not getting bashed around too hard on that bar the way that I have it strapped in there. One issue we did have where I had my power button originally located, that didn't last. I must have not have prepped my surface well enough. There may have been some oil or some sort of residual left on there from something. So I think I'm going to go with mounting it here. Not 100% sure. If anyone has any suggestions, I'm kind of limited of where I could put it, but drop a comment if you wouldn't mind. I'd love to hear everybody's opinions. So yeah, no breakages. We're good. This was another thing I was worried about. Typhon 6S wing on there. As funny as that is, I just realized Typhon diffs as well as wing. I didn't even think of that when I was doing the build. I'm going to do a quick peek underneath. See how that chassis protector held up and kept that M2C chassis nice. Oh, my decal did get torn a little there. But for the most part, we don't have no gouges or anything, and seem to have held up good. And then lastly, my experiment that I was sure I'm going to get torched for. The paint on these wheels and tires didn't hold up too bad. You can see, due to the rotation, of how it kind of chipped off in areas on the back, but didn't so much on the front, at least on this side. I knew stuff like this was going to happen. I'm hoping after a few more runs, like, it'll really start to look cool as it chips off in areas. But I do like how the paint came off the nubs. Check out the other side real quick. Kind of the same thing happened on the back there. Kind of let off in a pattern, spiral pattern. That's kind of cool. Anyhow, my solder job held up good. Where I mounted the power button for the Hyperflow fan setup held up. Successful first run. All right. Now a quick damage assessment on the 6S Kagama. Wasn't long into the session before we lost the wing. I can't for the life of me get a wing mount and wing to stay on this thing. I swear, whatever I do next better be bulletproof. If it comes off of here, I'm liable just to find a different body and leave it off. Anyhow, didn't even get a chance to really bash this. That first location we went to was way too dusty for my liking, as much as I like the area. So that was pretty disappointing. But we did get a couple good launches in that area, and other than that wing getting torn off, and it was totally a bad wreck, but other than that happening, we were all good. And we get down to the next location, did one speed pass successfully. Yeah, so this break here, totally my fault. Busted an arm pretty good there. Wasn't paying attention, did one speed run pass. Wasn't driving too fast on the way back, as you'll see, or did see, that is, in the video. Wasn't paying attention, smacked into a concrete pillar. That'll happen 9 times out of 10 when you do that. So we're going to get that fixed, and we will get them back out for a proper versus matchup. I haven't got into it too deep to make sure I didn't bend anything. I did just throw that titanium steering rack on. It seems to be straight, but I won't know until I get in there, I think. It looks straight to me from this angle. Anyhow, busted an arm. Didn't even get a chance to send it off the big ramp. So sad. Till next time, Kagama. We'll get you fixed up and get you back out quick. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in.